Is Oceanside, California a great place to live? Well, of course it is. I mean, you have the ocean right here. But, there are some cons, not just pros, like homeless people. They're everywhere in San Diego. Unfortunately, Oceanside is one of the cities that has one of the highest population of homeless people. So we know Oceanside is a great place to live, reasons being there are great shops, restaurants, is in the vicinity of Pacific Coast Highway, so you have everything there in walking distance. And unfortunately, the cons would be homeless people, right? So if you go in the outskirts of the town, you're going to be dealing with homeless people. Unfortunately, that's a never-ending issue in San Diego, and Oceanside being one of the biggest population of homeless people. But just stick within PCH for now. Great investment area, potential to grow. If you're looking to invest in real estate and want to be near the ocean, I would say look into Oceanside. That's a new growing market. However, there's been talks about, passing a bill to potentially build homeless shelters. We don't know where that's going, but according to Esther Sanchez, she is claiming that about $3.5 million that's going to go to Green Bear Village to partner up with them to build the homeless shelter is going to be sufficient enough to to take care of some homeless population. But according to our councilman, Republican Christopher Rodriguez, he does have a real estate background. He doesn't think $3.5 million is going to even begin to solve the homeless population. So it looks like we have to put more money into funding homeless shelters in Oceanside and allocating a budget that's going to tailor towards helping homeless people, so potentially we can fix the outskirts of the town and not just focus in PCH. So otherwise, it's still a great location to live in and to invest in. So if I were chosen as your politician there, I would agree with Christopher Rodriguez and say, let's put more money into, or let's create a budget plan in solving homeless issues. If we want to grow Oceanside and extend it further than just the Pacific Coast Highway area, then we need to allocate enough money to secure homeless shelters so we can create distance from them and our civilians or citizens that's paying taxes and living there. So let's focus on creating a separate budget plan and not just on the net profit of our current budget plan to allocate into building homeless shelters. And let's focus on more money, maybe millions and millions of dollars, and dedicate it to developers and apartments that want to partner up with people to build this project so we can build a safer environment and grow Oceanside even more. There are great places in Oceanside, like the Buccaneer Coffee Shop on PCH has been there over a decade. It's still there. Fortunately, survived COVID, so we want to support businesses like that. There's shops and restaurants like down PCH, that are coming up, and they're great places to walk to. There's some local pho, the greatest Mexican restaurant that's known for their chicken soup right here in Oceanside Boulevard. Great places. You can walk there and check it out. Those are great. But when you have homeless people that are going to occupy the area or restaurants or the freeway, you're going to prevent people from wanting to go there. So to keep Oceanside safe and healthy, we need to come together, work together, and create a positive solution, such as come together and create a space or a location where we can help homeless people find a place to go, like a mental institution to help them so they can get better, and then they can potentially go out and get jobs instead of just, pushing them out or giving them checks and they don't have a place to go. Let's start with their mental issue, right? Especially in Oceanside. You have the military base, so there are homeless people that suffer PTSDs. They're not just homeless for whatever reasons or the intent of, themselves. Maybe they just need help. We need to create a mental institution where they can go, get help, get the resources available so they can better themselves. And then from there, we can also look at them getting jobs, maybe jobs as cleaning the streets or even jobs dedicated to cleaning up the environment or things that homeless people create in the first place. That can then ensure a safer place around great restaurants in Oceanside so we can go and have fun and feel safe, and then in turn grow jobs. We can create a safer environment, create more jobs, get homeless people out of the street, create a better environment, extend a great living in Oceansides away from Pacific Coast and inland, in the outskirts, and grow from there. That's what we need to do and come together. And that's why you got to vote for me. Yeah, why isn't the government doing anything about homeless people? There are no talks about allocating funds to help homeless people in Oceanside. We have to get them out of the streets. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for them. It's not safe for anyone that's coming to Oceanside if there are homeless people in tents out in the street. COVID is allegedly spreading. There's no health insurance. There's nothing. So how is that safe for you and I? These politicians need to come together and create a mental institution and create a budget plan to, put money and funds into this particular institution to help homeless people get off the streets, and start with their mental, start with the mind, start with the mental issue. Let's focus on that first. So we need to create like a mental institution to put homeless people in and create a funding system. What I love about Oceanside is, one, it's a great location. You have, like I mentioned, the coast, you have the beach right there. You have the military base. I don't know if that's always a positive, but you still have that. I don't know if you feel safe, but that's debatable. But you have the ocean. You're also in a great location. You have downtown San Diego about 40-45 minutes away. And then you're relatively close to Orange County as well. So about, 30-40 minutes you can get to Orange County. So you're very accessible. You have the coast. You have, the weather is amazing. It's pretty diverse. You can go to restaurant shops and it's still affordable, right? So these are great things. And this is why Oceanside is so great. And why wouldn't you want to live there? Again, create a budget plan, allocate enough funds to help the homeless people and create an institution. But Oceanside is still a great place to live given the reasons stated. And there's some work that needs to be done like anywhere else. But that's what makes Oceanside, Southern California great.